Have you ever looked at a newspaper, a headline, or a breaking news alert and thought, who chased this? And how did they even get this information? A journalist. Sounds glamorous, right? With the press badges, front row access, and interviewing the big shots. Oh, so Hollywood.
Madam, please look here, madam.
Yeah, sure. After I finished running for my life and begging a source not to ghost me. Welcome to the life of a reporter, where we race faster than a train, where the police accidentally know our names, and where we hunt down stories that actually matter. I am Jotsna, your host, and trust me, being a reporter is not easy. It is indeed blood, sweat, and a whole lot of tears. Now, behind every story, there is a reporter having a small mental breakdown in traffic, who is being swept away in a protest, and witnessing an accident. All at once, and all for that one headline that you skimmed this morning. Come on now. I know you did. Now we find, we talk, and we report. But it just doesn't stop there. Sometimes it's a lot more than that. After all, we are journalists, a species that is highly caffeinated, chronically sleep deprived, and emotionally held together by Google Docs autosave option. Okay. I admit I'm a rookie reporter, but I found my passion by accident. Actually, with a bit of dread. So I studied in a journalism college and I had to take on my very first reporting assignment. So daunting it sounded, but I decided to pick a story related to the tariffs. You know, that weird American sitting in the West imposed, Donald Trump. But the only thing he trumped was his own intellect. So I decided to be better than that and find out how the leather industry in my city had been affected. I began my journey to hunt. I was going to hunt down every single person related to the leather industry. So I made calls after calls, but nobody picked up. And those that I could reach picked up and said they were out of reach. I now went on a frenzy on the internet, finding numbers, addresses, contacts, names, anything I could come across. Come on, I had to Trump, at least for my first story. If I called and spoke to a source, they wouldn't give me any information. So the next best thing to do? That's right, just go to a location without calling them. Smart, right? No, very silly. The Leather Council of India did not give me any information even when I went to their office. And guess what? I traveled by train for 2 hours and walked for one to that strange location only to find out it was right opposite my house. My first reporting rejection. It was like my first heartbreak. So I called my mentor and told him that Trump trumped indeed. He said,
It's okay. Go to the next source. It's near the airport, 2 hours away.
2 hours? In this heat? But I couldn't let Trump win. So I began again. I found the address, I took an auto to the metro station, then I took the metro, and I just had to get this done. As I was thinking about this, I got off the wrong station. I was so confused, but I asked the people in the station, bought another ticket, and finally got on the right train. I got off the stop next to the airport, and now guess what? No, I did not fall, you sadists, but now wonderful Google Maps was showing me that it was yet another hour away. And no train, neither the metro nor the MRTS could go there. Another 150 rupees lost in an auto. After 3 hours, I finally reached, with my sandals now beginning to give me a shoe bite. Yes, I made it, I thought, as the automan dropped me right in front of a ditch. The spot looked like a landfall had just happened there. It was certainly not the spot of the Farida Group, the largest leather exporters in India. That spot? It was neither land, nor a pond, nor just air. I don't know what it was, and for a moment, I just wanted to jump in it. I was annoyed beyond measure. But I did what had to be done. I knocked on every door asking for the address of the Farida group, and everyone just looked at me like I had lost my mind. Well, I did lose my mind. Mother Google had failed me. I mean, how could she? The Iron Man was my last hope. Well, not the one from Marvel, but the know it all superhero ironing clothes right down the street. So he guided me to a house in the next street. Process, repeat. Hello, sir, is this the Farida group? No. Rejected again. And as I said my, oh, thank you, and turned my back, he stopped me and said, why? I told him I was a reporting student and I was looking for answers. He said,
Oh, another truck of goods were also searching for them because they had not paid their tax. They operate under India Shoes Private Limited and they are 10 minutes walk from here.
I not only thanked that kind man, I blessed his soul. And for the last time, I opened Google Maps and began walking with my sandals digging into my feet. I walked and walked and walked, but no, still 13 minutes away. I walked a bit more, and still 13 minutes away. Now, even my phone was at 13% battery. Ugh, I hate the number 13. The sun was sucking out all the energy from my body, but the only thing that kept me going was not, in fact, Trump, it was a fish. Dory from Finding Nemo, the movie. Dory was finding Nemo, his friend, the lost clownfish in the Pacific Ocean. And me, the clown, was finding India Leather Private Limited on Poonamali High Road. Dory says,
just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming.
Just keep swimming, Jotsna, come on. Oh, how I wish I was swimming in a cool pool instead. But I was just walking with my legs slowly giving up. Please, universe, wake me up, keep me swimming, and then slipped on the road and sprained my foot. But I could not give up now, only 5 more minutes of walking. So I picked myself up and I continued. Finally, after the longest 5 minutes of my life, I saw India Shoes Private Limited. Yes! So I gave the letters and my ID card to the guard bhaiya excitedly, asked for a charging port, and then just sat down under the fan. The moment my rear end touched that chair, I was relieved. Now I could get my interview and write my story and become the best reporter ever. I was just existing in my happiness when a person from inside the headquarters came and said, "Nobody is allowed inside. It is against our policy, not even a mosquito." Wow. Today was my day. Nearly 500 rupees gone. For what? 4 hours of traveling, a sprained leg, a starving stomach, and an empty story. Trump, sir, respectfully, get lost. I don't want to be this lost anymore. Do whatever you want with the tariffs, but leave me alone. I called my mentor, and guess what he said? No, he did not tell me to chase another story again, you sadists, but he said,
It's okay that they did not give you information. It's okay that you tried. Why don't you make a story about this? About how they are not willing to say anything. Twist it.
huh? Am I now going to be able to get back at Trump? That was my first act of kindness that day. I was in tears. I left the building, limped to the other side, and bought myself some Hakka noodles. I was not even close to feeling like I deserved it, but why not? And if I did not eat, I would have definitely passed out. Noodles that day were the only thing that could give me some comfort. I took a direct auto and sent myself home from literally the middle of God knows where. At least Google Maps this time was going to get me to my house address correctly. That day was the most dejected I had ever felt. Not because of the rejection I was so used to in life, but because it seemed like everything was conspiring to be against me. The moon, the stars, whatever the hell there is up there. I was uncomfortable with everything. You know those social media posts that say, rejection is fine, but that day I learned that rejection is not in fact redirection. There were so many missteps, misdirections. Hell, even the goated ironing man looked at me like I was cuckoo. But after getting over it, here's what I learned. Rejection is in fact readaptation to harsh realities. As a reporter, I will come face to face with the unexpected, with the chaos and the craziness. But all it takes is just to remind myself why I'm doing this and why I'm not capable of giving up and why I don't want to. I'm a journalist after all, and I love doing what I do. It is the core of who I am and who I will become. And maybe it's time to embrace that fully with the madness and the adventures that come along with it. To finally see my name below that article, to finally be able to write what actually matters, and to show you that you can trust me with the information I give you. And that's enough reporter trauma for one day. I really need to go file this leather story and now even twist it. Oh God. On the next episode, we'll take a break from this madness. There won't be injuries or accidents, but I walked and walked yet again. This time, it was along the Chennai coastline, with just hope leading the way. That's right, I had hope even after everything that went down. So tune in wherever you get your podcast to find out about the most rare reporting adventures. Folks, next time you read a news article, remember that there is a reporter somewhere losing their mind. You are listening to The Life of a Reporter with Jotsna, your chaos correspondent, signing off. Bye-bye and see you soon.